You as a MAGA supporter don't think what Donald Trump posted today is racist. Print that picture out. Put it on your cubicle at work. Let me know how long you keep your fucking job.
I'm going to tell you the one thing that everybody missed about this entire scandal of Donald Trump posting a racist video of the Obamas. It's kind of hidden in there, but here's the thing that nobody's talking about. The most revealing part of the video is that Donald Trump was in the Epstein files 38,000 times, and his DOJ continues to protect him and a whole bunch of other garbage monster people. He's desperate for us to move on from the fact that his best friend, Jeffrey Epstein, is at the center of a web of evil. And he's willing to do anything for you to forget that fact. Today, it's a racist video. Tomorrow, it could be a war with Iran. And listen, if by some miracle he didn't do anything wrong and there is no fire underneath all that smoke, at the very least, he is protecting evil men by trying to get people to stop talking about this. Don't let him do that. Don't stop talking about this. Justice has to be served, not just for Donald Trump, but for every gross monster that either participated or covered this up.
Good morning, everybody. This is Van Silk with Common Sense with Van Silk. Okay, let's get back to this racist video that was posted yesterday on Truth Social. I'm going to ask a question to all you defenders of the video who felt that this video was a joke or it was fun or whatever because it's the Lion King. We all know depicting black people as gorillas and apes and monkeys is a no-no. But if you feel strongly about that, go ahead and post it on your page. And let's see what happens. If it's cool with you, post it. What I'm going to do is play the video entirely, but here's the problem. There's a person on TikTok named Victor_Hernandez. Seems like he's the person that posted the video. I'm going to leave his end of TikTok, I call it TikTok. And I also said, again, this guy never want to take the accountability for anything that go wrong. Now, we as American citizens need to be on alert. If a staffer can go on Truth Social where Trump be posting political stuff that's going on, anything that he wants to do politically wise, or we going to war, or we going to do this, or we doing that. And a Trump staffer that we don't know who did it has access to that page, we're in a world of trouble. Trust me when I tell you. For the reason why, there's a lot, if Truth Social is supposed to be Trump's way to reach his followers, that means that person could go up there and post whatever they want. Start a war, say something about another country. Because for you to think that, you can see the end of that video and how that video ended up being on the clip you talking about the Georgia election allegedly. Let's say this. I'm going to say this to say that. You had to actually upload that video and chop it. This tree guy riding around making all this noise, but it's all good. You had to actually upload the video and cut it to edit that video at the end of whatever you was doing. So there's no excuse. You would actually had to go find it or however you got it and upload it and cut it. And knowing that Trump is the type of person that want to approve everything that goes out, there's no excuse. There's no room for the bullshit to say, oh, I didn't get to see the end of it. Yes, you did. For 12 hours, you sat here and doubled down on this video. Check out the video. And for all you people who feel that the video's cool, post it on your page. Be proud. Idiots. Van Silk, Common Sense. I'll be right back. Rumble.com.
This you discussing Indian blood? We're going to judge people by whether they have Indian blood, whether they're qualified to run a gaming casino or not?
That probably is me, absolutely. Because I'll tell you what, if you look at some of the reservations that you've approved, you, sir, in your great wisdom have approved, I will tell you right now, they don't look like Indians to me, and they don't look like to Indians. Now, maybe we say politically correct or not politically correct. They don't look like Indians to me, and they don't look like Indians to Indians, and a lot of people are laughing at it, and you're telling how tough it is, how rough it is to get approved. Well, you go up to Connecticut, and you look. Now, they don't look like Indians to me, sir.
Thank God that's not the test of whether or not people have rights in this country or not, whether or not they pass your look test.
Depends whether or not you're approving it, sir.
No, it's not a question whether I'm approving it. It's not a question whether I'm approving it.
Mr. Trump, you know in the history of this country where we've heard this discussion before, they don't look Jewish to me.
Oh, really?
They don't look Indian to me. They don't look Italian to me.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a test for whether people could go into business or not go into business, whether they could get a bank loan. You're too black. You're not black enough.
Is this you?
Do you have any questions, John?
Mr. President, the media post that you took down earlier today, the White House says that a staffer sent it. Who sent it, and are you going to fire them?
No, I looked at it. I saw it, and I just looked at the first part. It was about voter fraud in someplace, Georgia. There was a lot of voter fraud, 2020 voter fraud, and I didn't see the whole thing. I guess during the end of it, there was some kind of a picture that people don't like. I wouldn't like it either, but I didn't see it. I looked at the first part, and it was really about voter fraud and the machines, how crooked it is, how disgusting it is. Then I gave it to the people. Generally, they look at the whole thing, but I guess somebody didn't, and they posted, and we took it down, and we did it. But that was a voter fraud that nobody talks about. They don't like to talk about that post. We took it down as soon as we found out about it.
Mr. President, a number of Republicans are calling on you to apologize for that post. Is that something you're going to do?
No, I didn't make a mistake. I mean, I look at a lot of thousands of things, and I looked at the beginning of it. It was fine. And they had that one post, and I guess it was a takeoff. By the way, a lot of people covered. If you look at where it came from, I guess it was a takeoff on the Lion King, and certainly it was a very strong post in terms of voter fraud. Nobody knew that was at the end. If they would have looked, they would have seen it. And probably they would have had the sense to take it down, but that was a takeoff on the Lion King, and a lot of people were covered on in different positions. So, but I spoke to Tim Scott. He was great. Tim is a great guy. He understood that 100%.
Toby be good nigga for massa. Good nigga. Don't send Toby away. Toby be good field hand, boss. Good field hand, massa.
That's all right, Toby. That's all right. You be a good field hand and you can stay here.
Ah, Toby stay. Toby stay. Toby be good now. Toby be real good.
Y'all liberals always say, he's a racist. He's a racist. Always lie with the fake news. Always lying. He doesn't have a racist bone in his body. We stand with President Trump. Make America great again. Team MAGA all day, every day. You heard 24/7, 7 days a week, 365 days. Trump is making America great again every single day for the next 3 years. Shout out to Panera Bread.
Call him a racist or to imply that he is one based on that video is very disingenuous and lacking context.
Well, too bad. Because let me tell you something. If you don't want somebody to call you that, then you don't do things like this. He didn't show Biden and everybody else. They just showed the Obama part. So it doesn't matter what it clicks and scrolls to.
But they didn't do it on purpose,
This is an unforced
Chris, which is the issue. It is an unforced error, but that's very different than being vindictive about it and doing it on purpose. It is an unforced error.
Well, what
it's
good?
very
Give me a
different
good
than
reason.
Purposely clipping it to show that.
Well, first of all, it was absolutely purposely clipped to show the Obama part. It was just part of a much bigger video. That's not the beginning. Well, it's not the beginning of the video.
It was an automatic scroll.
It's not the first thing you would see.
It was an automatic, right, because it's the end of the video which automatically scrolled into the next video. That's what happened.
Oh, no, I know. I understand how buffering and queuing works. What I'm saying is somebody made a choice.
It was a vindictive portrayal of the Obamas.
You call it what you want.
And what happened...
Let me tell you something. If I do something like that, if I did that, first of all, I'd probably get fired. But if I did that, guess what people would call me? A bigot. You know why? That's a bigoted thing to put out.
How did this happen, and can you really throw a staffer under the bus for this?
Well, look, Laura, it was a meme that was posted by a staffer on the President's Truth Social account. It was from a Lion King video depicting, as you pointed out, different Democrats as different animals. I think Kamala Harris was depicted as a turtle in this video meme. The president did take it down. He spoke with lawmakers today out of respect for them, including Senator Tim Scott. The post was removed. But leave it to the leftist media, of course, to talk about this all day, rather than talk about the fact that the Dow has broken over 50,000 points for the first time in our nation's history, rather than talk.
Oh, she wants to talk about the stock. You wants to talk about the economy. Oh, okay. So she thinks talking about the stock market is more important than the president of the United States posting something that's blatantly racist online. Okay, Caroline. Well, we can talk about the economy. We can talk about how grocery prices, gas prices, inflation are all still going up under Donald Trump. Nobody can buy a house. Nobody can rent an apartment anymore. She wants to have that conversation. She doesn't want to have that conversation, and she certainly doesn't want to talk about this racist post that was made by Donald Trump. Isn't it fascinating how they just so easily brush it off? Oh, it was a mistake. It was a staffer. Let's move on, kind of thing. It's gross. It's gross. Trump is still not apologizing. He says he didn't make a mistake. There's no accountability he's taking. What a joke. This administration is just such a shit show, a clown show constantly. And this was just so disgusting. This was so disgusting. So look, I will leave the video there. I just wanted to talk about all these new clips we've gotten of Donald Trump being confronted about it, talking about it, and whatnot. But make sure to subscribe down below, drop a like on the video, comment. Let me know what you think about this story and all of these clips. If you're on Spotify or Apple, once again,
Carolyn Levitt attempts to defend Donald Trump's vile video of the Obamas as they're facing backlash from both Democrats and Republicans. Now, if you missed it overnight, Donald Trump posted a disgusting video of the Obamas, and he's facing backlash from not only Democrats, but even some of his hardcore supporters as well. Well, Carolyn Levitt decided she'd try her hand at damage control, and this is how it went. Quote, this is from an internet meme video depicting President Trump as the king of the jungle and Democrats as characters from The Lion King. Please stop the fake outrage and report on something today that actually matters to the American public, unquote. Yeah, there's a little problem there. Donald Trump didn't post the entire video of this Lion King meme that they're talking about. He posted one particular part of the Obamas, so that story doesn't fly. But Donald Trump is facing backlash from Republicans and his supporters. Tim Scott, Mike Lawler have all called out Donald Trump, and they never do that. It is clear every day Donald Trump is pushing people away, and they're all looking for an...
It was just a joke, bro. He didn't even create the post. He just reposted it, bro. And they even came out and said it was a staffer, bro. So it wasn't even him, bro. And it was just a Lion King joke, bro. You remember the apes from Lion King, bro? But Biden.
And that's what we're dealing with, y'all. Again, if you proud and think this video is not racist, post it. It's funny how the MAGA followers have called Michelle Obama looking like a gorilla. So why is Michelle Obama looking like a gorilla and not Obama? For history's sake, the lion is not the king of the jungle. King Kong is the king of the jungle. With all the Caucasian people in the video, y'all had even whoever made the video, you threw the monkey on. And gorilla on Michelle and Barack Obama. Could have put it on Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton. Could put it on any of them. Tim Walz, Pritzker. No. Y'all sat there and y'all looked at it and said, you know what? Here go another distraction from the Epstein files. That's all it is. And for all you stupid people out there Oh, Barack Obama is mentioned the Epstein files. Yes, he's mentioned because they talked about him in news clippings and stuff. That's why he's mentioned. But here's the serious problem, America. You have a staffer that has access to Truth Social, which is supposed to be basically the true information coming from the White House. I'm trying to figure out security breach. If a staffer has that finger, do a staffer have the button to the nuclear warheads? I said yesterday in my other post that they got 4 or 5 young Republicans that create posts throughout the day, and they get uploaded to Truth Social because, like I said, Trump probably didn't actually post it or wrote it because he types in all caps. We already know the illiteracy of typing. He types in caps like he's yelling. So whoever typed that and put it together, just like all his other posts, and then they have a time where they upload 20, 30 things on Truth Social, it's done by more than one person. But to defend this and not talk about the GDP and the interest rates and what's going on in this country, Minnesota, ICE agents, education, I ain't see Kennedy, I ain't see Ted Cruz, Marco Rubio, I ain't see none of the Chuck Grassley, I didn't see none of the Republicans, Lindsey Graham, I ain't see none of them say anything. Oh yeah, they're gonna say something after the White House take it down, 12 hours later. Ain't like they took it down 10, 15 minutes after it appeared. They took it, they left it up there enough so people can talk about it on a Friday, all day. And that's just how they play the game. Meanwhile, ALGA, I love ALGA. I'm ALGA, and you're ALGA. ALGA stands for America Love Great Americans. You can order your t-shirts real soon. Right here, we got the t-shirts. I'm a true American. You can order the t-shirts. Just inbox me. I'll give you the link. Meanwhile, we're going to get back and show you some of the people that, American people, who was offended by this video and who talked about it, in their opinion. You are allowed to leave an opinion. You're allowed to voice your opinion. This is a free country, freedom of speech. My name is Van Silk. I'm on rumble.com. You can follow me there. Common Sense with Van Silk. I'm on TikTok. Common Sense with Van Silk. I'm on YouTube. That's suppressing my videos. Common Sense with Van Silk. I'm an American in a great country. Country may not be so great now because how it's being ran, but that's my opinion. What is your opinion? But view the opinion of those who felt that this was a racist video. I already played the video of those who defended it, and I wish I could find more. But I ain't gonna waste my time with them because if they really truly felt adamant about this video, go ahead and post it. They always want to move the goalposts, all the conservatives, the liberals and the left and this and that, they this and they that, and they this and they that. Man, I just want people to get ready to register to vote for the midterm elections, Tuesday, November 3rd. Let's make this country better. Let's make the people of this country more feasible to understanding that it's not about being a Republican, it's not about being a Democrat or independent, it's about being a human being. I'm a human, you're a human, we all are human too. Let's talk about the education system. Let's talk about the health benefit. Y'all talking about, Obamacare. Obamacare, it's the Affordable Care Act. Now people are paying more money. Let's talk about the farmers. Let's talk about the tourism in the United States of America that's down. We lost $1 trillion. This is Black History Month. The White House hasn't presented anything Black History-wise. But Black History Month is every month. World leaders look at this country as a joke. The World Cup, Olympics. People don't understand what TABIS stands for. A lot of people is confused because they, like they say, Trump said it out of his mouth. Republicans are dumb. A lot of people think because they can use use a word with 7 or 8 letters that makes them smart. No, you're dumb. I hate to even say that, but I'm saying again, do you feel that the video that was posted is cool? Post it on your page. Just post it. Be proud. I only played the video so you could see what it was there. And the whole point is, King Kong is the king of the jungle. Instead of taking these AI videos, why don't you do something constructive? Because it ain't funny. Y'all check out the rest. Follow me on rumble.com. Common Sense with Van Silk.
When you saw this image, if we can put it up, it's an awful image of the Obamas that the president put out. According to Sam Stein, it has been the White House has taken it down. But your thoughts?
I saw some people arguing, do you think that he really posted this? Do you think, yeah, of course I think he really posted that. Your default position should not be maybe he didn't. Your default position should be to understand why he definitely did. There's a lot of people that say Donald Trump ushered in this new age of white supremacy, that Donald Trump ushered in hate and all this stuff. And that's not true. Hate ushered in Donald Trump. White supremacy ushered in Donald Trump. And none of this should surprise us. We see on DHS's social media just a few weeks ago where they were posting a song that was written by the Klan saying, we'll have our home back, using language like, join us, free the homeland from the invaders, save your homeland. This is wildly bigoted language that is being freely used by our government. And what pisses me off is it's being done without challenge. I'm challenging it, you're challenging it, the senator's challenging it, but I'm talking about en masse across America. America's not challenging it. And I'm going to go ahead and call the guilty party to the floor. It's white people. It's our job to challenge white supremacy. It's our job. We know about it. White people, there's white people who I meet at rallies. Now, rally's done. They're in the street, they're protesting, they're at a rally. And then we might be chatting afterwards. And they'll say things like, I understand why we got to have immigration enforcement. And I'm all like, stop. Like, you've already started the conversation wrong. What that is, that's a white person's need to somehow minimize or lessen the hate of the other white person. We should have immigration enforcement, just not the way they're doing it. No, we should just start the conversation at human rights. That's where we start. We don't start it at this little capitulation. And white people just don't get it yet. And so this country is founded on exactly what's happening right now. It's always been going this direction. And there's this idea that if Donald Trump gets impeached, then it stops, and it doesn't.
Donald Trump just admitted that he was the one who found the racist video depicting the Obamas as apes. After hours of the White House blaming a staffer, Trump went on Air Force One and said, I looked at it, I saw it, then I gave it to the people. He claims he didn't watch the whole thing, but he refuses to apologize. This raises a terrifying question. What dark corners of the internet is the president surfing? Let's track the lies. First, Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt claimed it was just an innocent Lion King meme and told Americans to stop the fake outrage. Then they deleted the video and changed the story, claiming Trump didn't see it and a staffer went rogue. Now Trump contradicts both excuses by admitting he saw it and directed it to be posted. The story changes every hour because they know how indefensible this is. Watch Trump's explanation. He tries to pivot to his favorite lie, voter fraud. He says, it was really about voter fraud in Georgia, how crooked the machines are. He claims he only watched the first part. But think about it. Does he really post videos to his millions of followers without watching the end? Or is he using racism as a vehicle to spread conspiracy theories about 2020? This isn't just about a meme. It's about the degradation of the United States. As one analyst noted, in any other democracy, this would trigger a constitutional crisis. Paris would burn. Berlin would convene emergency sessions. But in the U.S., we are normalizing the trivialization of the world's most powerful office. When the president speaks in memes and racism, America loses its standing as a global superpower. And then the delusion peaks. Trump tells reporters, I am the least racist president you've had in a long time. Least racist since who? Since 50 years ago? His history of attacking Obama, the Central Park Five, and birtherism suggests otherwise. He snaps at a young reporter saying, I know what's going on a hell of a lot better than you. It's the defensiveness of someone who knows they crossed a line. He deleted it, which is an admission of a mistake. Yet he explicitly said, no, I didn't make a mistake. We are watching a president who refuses to take responsibility for spreading hate. What do you think? Did he really not watch the end of the video? Let me know in the comments.
Look at this, guys. This might sound like just another meme video, but it's not a meme anymore. It's a signal. The president's account posted a clip, and near the end it showed Barack and Michelle Obama edited with ape imagery. Then the White House gave mixed responses. One moment, it's just a harmless meme. The next, it's posted by mistake, already removed. And President Trump says, of course I condemn racism, but I'm not apologizing. I didn't do anything wrong. I only watched the beginning of the video. And here's the thing. This isn't about whether you like Obama or hate Obama. The real question is this. If something like this can appear on the president's own platform and be treated like a small mistake, what gets called a small mistake tomorrow? Supporters will say the media is overreacting again, trying to trap the president. But the reality is even some Republicans felt it crossed a line. And maybe the bigger precedent is this. American politics is slowly turning into a war of symbols, insults, and outrage instead of facts. So the question isn't just what happened today. The question is, where are we heading, and who actually benefits when we keep getting pushed further apart?
Donald Trump decides to post a racist post about, well, President Obama and Michelle Obama. Put it up for me. But I don't want this to get lost in the back and forth. Obviously, it's racist. Obviously, it's bigoted. Okay? There's another point in this that goes to what just happened in Fulton County. Once again, they are starting the rhetoric of a stolen election again. They're starting the rhetoric. So this was the genesis of the post about stolen elections from 2020. They just raided the Fulton County voting hub and illegally took voter information that was currently under court review via a motion from the Department of Justice. And instead of waiting for their court review to give them clearance or no clearance in order to do this insanity, they decided to file a criminal warrant against Fulton County and utilize that as their auspices to then steal voter information with the DNI appointee in charge. All right. So the White House has a response. Sir, this man gutted your own program for minorities who own businesses, sir. This is the most racist thing you have seen. Put it back up again. So the spin is, well, Trump didn't do it. He didn't know about it. He didn't approve it. He was unaware, even though it's him and his name, his administration. He's responsible. He's in charge. He's the person calling the shots. You have a couple of issues here. One, if this is happening and he's completely unaware, he's completely incompetent, which obviously is true on many levels anyway. Two, the reason why this is even happening is because Trump approves of racism. If Trump did not approve of racism, you would not have the prerequisite context for anyone to believe that this would be okay. And third, if Trump was not protective of racism, no one would believe it came from him in the first place. they would have assumed that a staffer did it, period. But none of those assumptions carry. All right, Jackson, thoughts here.
Yeah, my main commentary for this is, in response to Caroline Levitt basically saying that Americans don't care about this and the media is tripping. That
if I gave you my love, I tell you what I do.